I was once told I was the Walmart version of Ryan Reynolds, which honestly I felt it was a compliment.
Last celebrity to slide into your DMs.
The last celebrity? No one slides into my DMs.
January does.
I slid into her DM.
Oh.
Yeah. But that was only after she basically dared me to do that when she was on James Corden.
Who is the worst couple in Bachelor Nation history?
Who's the worst couple? What define worst couple? I mean, I don't think Vanessa and I were on the top of anyone's list. You know, I'll just make fun of myself there. It's probably the safest bet.
Who is the best kisser from your season?
I'm just gonna say Vanessa, mostly because she always used orbit gum before we kissed, especially right before she threw up, after she threw up, which was important. But yeah, I'm gonna say Vanessa.
Okay, who is the worst kisser?
No one in particular, but I will say there were a handful of times that, through no fault of their own, and maybe just time and drinking too much white wine, there were some bad breaths. And boy, did I wish they have had orbit gum. I really did. I mean, honestly, there's nothing worse than kissing someone with bad breath. I don't care what you look like. But that, you know, sometimes you eat and you drink and you're not thinking about it. It's not top of mind. But in terms of actual kissing, they were all just fine.
Are you the poor man's Peter Weber, or is Peter Weber the poor man's Nick Viall?
I don't know. We'll let the people decide. I'm a poor man's Pete Weber, I guess. I don't have the scar. I was once told I was the Walmart version of Ryan Reynolds, which honestly I felt it was a compliment.
Which reality star do you have a crush on besides Bachelor Nation?
I don't think I don't watch a lot of reality TV. I've watched The Bachelor, you know, mostly because I was on it and now I recap it. But I haven't seen anything else. I haven't seen Survivor, Jersey Shore. I've watched the first episode of Love is Blind? You know, sorry, I don't really have one. A reality TV star.
My next question was about Love is Blind. Have you seen it?
I've seen the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's coming after Bachelor?
No, I don't think I don't think. People seem to like it, and it is a phenomenon for sure. I don't. Bachelor has cemented itself as a kind of a. It's part of American pop culture. It's. I don't think, and it's certainly the Bachelor experience is wild and crazy. It's not necessarily relatable in its literal sense to the real world, but there's a lot of relatable aspects to The Bachelor. There's nothing necessarily relatable about Love is Blind in terms of the experience. It's certainly a fascinating social experiment, but I wonder if that model is sustainable, because there's a lot of shock value in what we're seeing for the first time, but certainly fascinating.
What's one thing about Chris Harrison that no one knows?
You know, Chris is in a relationship now. We know he's dating Lauren Zima. I think you know, Chris is snarky and he's a nice sense of humor, but I think I don't know if this surprises people. He's a romantic, very thoughtful person. He's a good friend, and he's just a caring individual. I don't know if people don't know that about him, but I don't know if we think of Chris all the time about, you know, he's the host of Love, but you know, now that he literally texted me yesterday while standing next to a volcano, and complimenting his girlfriend Lauren on when she came on my podcast. That's just like great. He was like just supporting his girlfriend while like standing next to a volcano. Like, who does that? Chris Harrison does. It's amazing.
Last text you sent Rachel Bilson?
Last text I sent Rachel Bilson was to ask her to come back on my podcast and recap an episode of The Bachelor.